Yes, so how you guys doing? I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing very, very beautiful here. I thank you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Chidi. This is WMTV. If today now your first time on this show, kindly do me a favor, make you just hit that subscribe button or make you just at least send the show to some people. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, share the show. Share it. Sharing is caring. So share the show, but most importantly, leave us a comment and let us know what you think. It's always good when you give us a comment or you give us a thumbs up. That makes us visible out there. Okay. If you don't want to subscribe, do one of those things. But it's also important that you subscribe so that anytime we are on, you will know that we are on. Yes, so IT exploit. Odogwu came my man. Ella Onye Tubu. Ella Onye Tubu. You they do me tatarita when I just see your name. Thank you so much for all your support. You know, there are people that it doesn't matter, even if there are two people watching you, they'll come and be watching you. You know, that just encourages you. It's not in the big number, it's in those faithful one or two or three people. Look, I'm doing this program at an odd time. This is not my usual time, and yet some people will come and watch. So if you're on right now, I double for you. I really thank you. I say that at a time when you're doing something in your life, when it looks like it's like you don't even know when it's gonna work out, may God raise people from places you least expect to come to you to at least give you a listening ear. So I thank you. I appreciate you for being on our program today. Now, so many things that we're going to cover, so many things. I know I did it. I was trying to do one story and then another story broke out. I was trying to do another one, another story. There's just so many things. In fact, I couldn't even add some of them inside the flyer. I was supposed to put Nnamdi Kanu's picture, Sunday Igboho's picture. There's so many things that are happening, but you know what? The important thing is that let's just go through them. Let's have a conversation. If you want to call in, please feel good to call in. Anything you want to do, go ahead and do it. Yes, so Mirage Concept, one day, I greet you. I greet you. The struggle continues. Struggle continues. Let's start from Moyelu Sowore. I had this discussion with somebody today, and the person was like, why is Sowore just disturbing himself? Why is Sowore not disturbing himself? I was surprised. I was like, and this person is in Nigeria. And he said, why would you say Sowore is disturbing himself? He can just quietly just not even do what he's doing at all. He left America to come to Nigeria to be doing what he's doing, and you're asking why is he disturbing himself? As a person, can you just look at all the problems that are in Nigeria? And these same people, they come and they complain, like they keep complaining and complaining and complaining. And I'm saying, what should we do? Should we just fold our? Is it not good that at least some people are trying to do something about the situation? Like everybody is complaining. They come out, they go, the fuel is $200, 200 naira, they buy. 250, they're complaining, but they're buying. Diesel, I saw Dino Melaye did one video where he was complaining. And I'm like, he shouldn't even be complaining. Like there is no moral grounds for Dino Melaye to be complaining at all because he was part of the system. It's not that when you go to the house and you just shout and sit down. You were part of the system. But even at that his video, he was telling Buhari that diesel was now a certain amount. And I'm like, all the people who are inside the country, they watch all of those things happening and they don't do anything. And when somebody tries to do something, people begin to say that why should the person be doing it? It just attire. No, you don't see why is the person doing it. What you should say is like, if you have something better, then let's just see it. DG Nobi, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. This is Amen, and well done, Dr. Shea, for all you do. Thank you so much. Greetings to you and your family, Dr. Chidi. Becky Joseph, I appreciate you. I'm going to go and play this video by Dino Melaye. Nobi say I too like Dino Melaye because it's part of the system. You can't even don't play that wire with us. But listen to what he's saying, and this is especially for those people who think that activists who are challenging the government. Let me tell you, the opposition that we have in Nigeria is not PDP at all. PDP is not an opposition. Not them. At the same inside PDP, now then the APC, they can never challenge each other. The real opposition in Nigeria is Omoyele Sowore, is Sunday Igboho, is Nnamdi Kanu. These are the real opposition in Nigeria. It's people like Nnamdi Kanu that kept the government on their toe. They are the ones that went and they were complaining that can you see that IPOB activity is messing us up? Do you know how much that IPOB is spending? Look at what they are doing. Imagine. Did you ever hear the government complain about PDP? For one, no. They will complain about the people that are giving them trouble. Is it not government that were saying Igboho did this, Igboho did this, Igboho did this? Did you hear them complain about PDP people? No. So that is the real resistance that we had. Not to talk about Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore, somebody said it's like a bone crossed in their throat. You know, like you want to swallow bone. The bone, instead of going straight, it can't hang like this. Some of you will not understand now. You are Jebo, so you never chop bone. The head of the fish, they pick and one. You know that fish, get some fish. I don't understand why that fish can't get that kind of bone. It used to annoy me when I was growing up. I used to wonder. There's some azu fridge. I go explain azu fridge. Azu fridge is fish that is from fridge. Azu fridge. Azu fridge is a particular kind of fridge that I know is mackerel. But I used to think that it was only that particular type of fridge. That particular type of fish is what you call azu fridge. In fact, I was disappointed when growing up, and I noticed that there were some other fishes that were shaped in a different way that were also frozen. I felt so bad because the only azu fridge that we know is mackerel. You bring it out, it's long, like fleshy, get particular color. That is when we were in school, we used to fight for isiazu. That is the head of the fish. That was the best delicacy. How did I get into this fish business? I was talking about some fish. When you bring it, the fish don't come and have plenty bones. I used to be angry. What be this? If you're not careful with that kind of fish, the bone will just come and cross in your throat. What betide you? That's the kind of thing that people like Sowore are to this government. No people like Dino Melaye. But let's listen to what Dino Melaye had to say, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
On President Muhammadu Buhari, in case you are not aware, Mr. President, kerosene is 415 naira per liter. Diesel is 650 naira per liter, Mr. President. In case you are not aware or they have not told you, diesel is 650 naira per liter. Kerosene is 450 naira per liter. Mr. President, do something. Nigerians are dying. People are hungry. The economy is going down. Unemployment is on the increase. How do you expect small-scale industry, manufacturing industry, and all the companies in this country to survive with 650 naira per liter for diesel? How possible? How would people? There's no electricity anywhere. I live in Metama. I go back to the country yesterday. As I'm speaking with now, there is no electricity in my house. I have to be on diesel. How will the poor masses of this country survive? How will the companies, small-scale industry, manufacturing industry survive on 650 naira per liter diesel? Mr. President, you have blood flowing through your veins, not kerosene. Please react. Do something. Fix this country. You took an oath. Please, Mr. President.
So my problem is, how can somebody see all of these things that are happening? How can? And the person is saying, why are people reacting? And another thing is, we just like to listen to lies that other people say about those ones who are even making an effort, like the people who are making an effort to do something about the situation. You go and believe their. How can you be believing their lies? That's not right. You can't believe their lies. Let me give you an example. I'm going to. Hey, somebody sent me this. Somebody sent me this because we're talking about Omoyele Sowore, and this person actually. So people get liver. People get liver. This person sent me something about Osibanjo. That see that this is the story that Vice President Osinbajo notifies Buhari of his presidential ambition. I don't know if you understand. Like Osinbajo notified Buhari of his presidential ambition. Say, look, Oga, I want to contest for presidency. And he says, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo has finally informed President Muhammadu Buhari of his presidential ambition. So, do you now understand? Do you remember all that time when he would go and be eating plantain or with woman on the street, or he would go and sit inside classroom and be eating out of the same plate with the students inside the classroom? You know that one, wetin vex me be say you are the vice president of a country and you're sitting with a citizen of that country, a small child. Look at the environment that child was. You ignored, you didn't see that. You were more interested in you showing that you were eating with a poor person and you're happy. For you, it was okay that you go and sit down and show that you are eating with it. This is just, so I'm not even sure he ate that food. I wish I had that picture. I would have shown you now. And for him, it was okay. It was really, really okay. It didn't bother him. You see, but the very funny thing about it, because the funny thing about him showing us that he has informed the president that he was going to run, that is even the only thing that I see there. This vice president finally informed Osibanjo. The sources said that VP told the president of his desire to take over from him. Listen, his desire to take over from him at the expiration of his tenure in 2023 to consolidate the achievement they recorded since they took over from the opposition PDP in 2015. Now, who do this thing to you people? So now, Osinbajo wants to continue what he wants to continue in what they achieved in the first tenure. The first tenure, what you achieved, then you now came to the second tenure, which you call next level, and you achieved more. Okay, hold on. For those of you who may have forgotten, I'm going to give you a small, not plenty, just a small rundown. Sorry. I'm going to give you guys just a small rundown of the achievements that Osinbajo actually says that he wants to continue. This is the beautiful report. I'm going to show you the beautiful report that Osinbajo thinks that he and Buhari record, because as the vice president, he was there. He was the second man. So what I'm going to run down through you guys very quickly, these are the many sins of Muhammadu Buhari. The many sins of Muhammadu Buhari. Number one, he made Nigeria the poverty capital of the whole world. Remember, it was in Buhari's tenure that Nigeria became the poverty capital of the whole world. He brought recession. While Obasanjo removed Nigeria from debt, he plunged Nigeria back into debt. The Nigerian president, who on national TV said he will not obey court orders, that was Buhari. Another thing he achieved is that he was the most tribalistic Nigerian president ever. He uses state apparatus to protect his friends while punishing and prosecuting his enemies. Do you remember? They found it difficult to say that Fulani headsmen were terrorists. They called them, one time we called them bandits. So one time we called them, just call them all kinds of names, but he will quickly say that IPOB was a terrorist organization and went ahead to want to proscribe IPOB. And for your information, that case is still in court. That's why all over the world, nobody is imprisoning IPOB people. They are going about their businesses, going to protest and all of that. It's only Nigeria that is deceiving themselves. Buhari pretends to be poor while his family lives in luxury. Remember that one when they will always come and show us a picture of Buhari taking care of his cows, and yet look at all his kids when they did their wedding. Look at the schools that they went to. Look at the houses they have abroad. Isn't that a big lie that he was telling? He has no knowledge of economics, doesn't even know anything about economics. Have you seen them asking Buhari questions? He admitted that he has no knowledge of how to make money. Over 11 million jobs were lost under his watch. Do you remember when the foreign companies started leaving? All of them left. Herdsmen killing rose under his watch. It rose to the all-time high. In fact, Nigeria has never experienced insecurity as much as they experienced under Buhari. This is the good records of Muhammadu Buhari. So I hope you're jotting it down. Buhari could not start and complete even a single project throughout his tenure. Somebody was showing the Anambra airport that they just commissioned the other. They already commissioned the other. They are who was it? The president who came and commissioned it. Go and look at that airport now. Go and look at Enugu airport. Do you know that he told lies about his educational qualification? What a shame. He said he was only going to run for a single term. Remember, he came and said, I'm going to run for only one term. But what happened? His party introduced vote buying into the Nigerian political lexicon. He used police to threaten voters and intimidate them to secure electoral victories. He rules with an I don't care attitude. The same person that said, I belong to no one and no one belongs to me. And yet he was caught in his interview saying that he will not do for the people that didn't vote for him what he would do for those that voted for him. And it was very, very specific. He said the 5% that didn't vote for him, clearly the people from the southeast, he will punish them. And that's exactly what he did. So when he was talking about the dots and speaking to us in a language we understand, we understood all that. We know they shake. We're not surprised. Buhari only grants interviews to foreign journalists. Have you noticed? Only very few times. Later, when he granted, I think it was during his election, before his election, maybe after election. Well, just at a time when nothing was at stake, he granted interview to channels and then to this other one. But every other news channel, no, for where? He never even did that, what do they call it, where the president meets with the press and briefs them. All that meeting with the press for where? No way. He built no single hospital. No single hospital. He insults and demarcates the country when he travels abroad. Every time he's abroad and he's doing an interview, be like saying they just use sellotape his mouth. Now he enjoys foreign health facilities while his people die in dilapidated hospitals. As I speak with you right now, the president of Nigeria is receiving treatment in London. He failed to disclose his ailment as it is done in transparent governments all over the world. When Biden was going to go for a surgery just recently, it was open. He published, he said, I am going for surgery. Something is wrong with me. I am hereby handing over the leadership of the country to my deputy, Harris, and she is in charge. And then at that point in time, Biden was not in charge of America. It was in the hand of his vice president. But in Nigeria, for where all that sickness up to today, we don't know what is wrong with Buhari. And this is what Osibanjo is boldly saying, that he is coming to continue in the good work that they did. Oh my God. Do you know that under his watch, Transparency International, um, uh, sorry. After failing to disclose his ailment, Buhari failed to disclose the source of the funding of his foreign medical treatment. Who they pay for this thing where they travel? When he travels, they'll pack our presidential jet for days, sometimes weeks, and be paying. Nobody's flying into. And he failed to disclose the source of funding his foreign medical treatment. Under his watch, Transparency International said that the country's corruption index rose from 136 to 148 in the world. Corruption. You know, this thing that is making me laugh. How did Nigeria even get to 140 something? How did we get there? How? How managed? Isn't that unbelievable? So we are struggling from 136, we got to 148 under Buhari. Now he destroyed all the free and fair electoral gains of the past administration. He runs a government of blame game all the time. He's blaming the people before him. Remember that time was doing body language. It took him time to elect people. All that crap that he did at the beginning. Now he considers himself above the law and can jettison the justice system to be observant, to be subservient to his ideas. He recruited one of the most incompetent persons to serve as minister. Just check out all the ministers that we have. Starting from I. Mohammed, just look at all of them. He appointed dead people into federal parastatals. I remember when he was going to appoint, when he finally, after a long time, after a very long time of not appointing ministers, when he finally appointed people to different portfolios, he was putting the names of his mates. You remember he lied about his age. The real people that he went to school with, that he went to the military school with, that he served with, he was still putting their names. It was later they came and told him, Baba, this one, you don't pay me. Tagani, it's okay, I don't know. Anyway, he was, where would you say? He recruited certificate forgers and lawbreakers to serve as ministers. He appointed dead people into federal parastatals. He liked appointing old people to sensitive offices. Remember, did you remember the ambassador of Nigeria to the US? You remember that man? Okay. He believed, I don't have anything against old people, but why is it that you will not use an old car? You buy a brand new car. But whenever it comes to giving young people a chance, oh, no, you don't believe in that. But you're wearing the latest watch, your car is the latest model, everything you have is latest. You're even using iPhone 27. But when it comes to leadership, you tell the young people, no, they're not qualified, they're not good enough. Yet in your companies, you have young people taking charge, doing all these fantastic IT things. You trust them. Well, he believes on the superiority of his ethnic group or region to the regions to the other regions. He introduced double-digit inflation to the country. He banned relevant items without a good plan of how to locally substitute them. You want me to talk about rice? The only reason why he was banning those things is because it was Igbo people's business. You think if it was did he ban cow? Did you see what he did about cow? The business of his own people. You see how he did it? You see what he did with the business that he thought, oh, Igbo people are the ones doing this. But meanwhile, see what he did with his own statesman, the most tribalistic person I've ever seen. You are willing to shut down all our 4 refineries. We're not refining any single drop of fuel. And yet, you are giving every kind of support to Dangote to build oil refinery. You are pushing him, you're hurrying it up. You've even gone to Niger Republic to make sure that you repair their refinery. You built a train to anyway. It's well low. Now, under his watch, the currency of the country was devalued and we lost more than 50% of the value of the currency just in a few months. Under his watch, the stock exchange lost more than 50% of its value. He encourages world leaders to deport citizens of his country that fled from the country. Abba. With the state of Nigeria, people ran away to try to make ends meet. You see, those countries should send them back. Well, that is the height of wickedness. Not to even talk. Look at the students who just came back from Ukraine. Go and look at all of them that came back from Ukraine. They are, first of all, they just need to escape the war. But right now, their position in Nigeria, can you imagine somebody, you were in a place where you were getting light, getting water. Right now, you're in Nigeria. And we just had a video where Dino Melaye said, I just came into the country yesterday, and right now I don't have light. Imagine that kind of reception. And to add insult to injury, you just give them 30,000, $100, like 450, 45,000 at the most. Can you imagine? Whenever this one is funny. This one is funny. They have to interpret English into whoever wrote this is very funny. He said they have to interpret English into English to him. Like you have to, they speak because usually they will speak another language. Then you have to interpret it to the person. Like maybe they speak English and maybe you didn't hear it very well. Someone's supposed to interpret it, into Hausa or Fulani for him. But in this case, they will speak English to him, and then he will now take the English and now whoever is near him. Remember that debate when it's Osibanjo that will now take the English and now interpret it to English to him. That is mumurism. According to people like Okorocha. He runs away from intellectual discussions like debate. It was because of Omoyele Sowore that they refused to allow the interview to take place. They did everything to make sure Omoyele Sowore, instead of Omoyele Sowore to face President Muhammadu Buhari, instead he said, "Make I die." No way, that was not going to happen. He never established any single business close to 30 years after leaving power. Since Buhari left power, he did not engage in any profitable business. He was just looking after his cow and like poor. And people saw that as a good thing about him. Somebody that couldn't manage himself and his resources. It's just like the parable of the talents. The one they gave, just returned it and said, "Look at your talent. I just kept it there. I didn't even use it." He never wrote a book, a sign of a dormant brain. He never improved himself academically 30 years after leaving office. He never suggested to any leader, any idea as to how to make the nation better. All he did when he lost election was to threaten the country. If I lose, the blood of baboons will be whatever. Lives are always lost due to his comments whenever he loses the election. The only leader in the history of the country to appoint someone of his ethnic group to hold the office of the National Electoral Empire. The only leader in the history of these are all the achievements of Buhari. I'm going to do another video where I will read this and actually put the footage and honestly, I promise you I'm going to do that so that it will make sense to people because we have a very poor memory. The only leader in the history of the country to appoint people of his tribe, ethnic group, or region to head nearly all the security and intelligence agencies in the country. His appointees have no regard to other arms of government like the Senate and the House of Representatives. The only leader, Buhari was the only leader that retains his appointees to government offices even when the Senate refuses to confirm them or outrightly rejects the confirmation of such persons. You remember Patani? Patari. Oh my God. The only leader in the history of the country to openly admit that he shall somewhat favor religions that voted for him. I already talked about this. He will remember your sins when you speak ill of him. He never was aware of anything under his watch. Remember when they were talking about healthcare, bad healthcare, he said, oh, I didn't know that our hospitals were that bad. I'm like, you know that guy that does Instagram and TikTok videos? So when Buhari says he doesn't know about our hospitals, that our hospitals are bad, I'm like, you didn't know? It's because you don't go there. So how will you know? When you're always in London, how will you know what happens to the hospital here? Let me quickly read this and come and talk about other things, Jerry. His government reinstated the pension thief. Somebody who stole money from people, they reinstated him. His Minister of State for Petroleum blew the whistle on illegal oil contract worth 25 billion done by the head of the country oil corporation. Yet he neither probed it nor removed the head of the oil corporation. His kitchen cabinet member spent 200 million to cut grass at IDP camp. You spent more money to cut grass than you spent to feed the people who are living in the area around where they are cutting the grass. Have you seen that kind of a thing? You spend 1 million naira to buy plates, and inside that plate you put 1 naira food for me. Like, are you well at all? Are you okay? His kitchen, after public outcry, up till now, that man never appeared in court. Do you want to talk about all the monies that were stolen, that were eaten by a snake, swallowed by a monkey? All of those things, so you think it's a joke. All of that. No case up to today. None of them came to anything. His countrymen heard about budget padding for the first time under his watch. That's when Nigerians heard about budget padding. Journalists were arrested and detained for publishing the truth under this man's watch. High-ranking public office holders were tear gassed for protesting peacefully under Buhari, the only leader in the history of this country whose wife told an international news agency that she shall not come out and campaign for him in the next election if things continue like that. This same Buhari is the one that our dear brother Pastor Osibanjo says that he did well and that he's coming to continue. What a hopeless campaign line to use. Didn't anybody advise you? How can you look at all of these points that I've just enumerated here, and the best thing you can say is that you want to come and continue doing this thing? My God, I pity you. Osibanjo, I pity you. Let me see what some people are saying, Jerry. Says DJ Nobi and says, imagine all the people who are the problem of our country are the ones that are still coming out to still have the mind to contest or continue the terrors. It is shame and painful. I'm telling you the truth. Very, very shameful. Manny F says that MNK said he was a dead man, and some people took that statement for granted. For information, dead people do not talk, hear, or take action. The word is enough for the wise. God, please give our people your grace. Very big grace, so it's not a small thing. It's not a laughing matter. We need help. Under Buhari, we Igbos became a dot nation. Oh, Mirage concept. Very true talk. After all this achievement, DJ Nobi just killed me. See how he started. He said, after all this achievement by Buhari and Osibanjo as vice, him Osibanjo is coming to continue. Chai, God, where is your face? Now our people need really break out of this chain. I'm telling you, no, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. You come to ask God, where are you? Are you seeing this happening? Tinubu and others want to become president to continue Buhari's so-called legacy. Tinubu even has the guts to tell you that they have to wait for 8 years, let him finish ruling before they come in. Sowore is the solution. Nigeria, let's support him if we truly want a better country. I'm telling you, I am telling you, who is Dino crying? Let Dino go and see exactly what I said. The same thing that I said. So, look, let me tell you something. It is based on this that any day, anytime, I'm telling you, I would rather take somebody with every fault that you think that he has. I would rather take somebody like Omoyole Sowore over all of these men. Like I was asking somebody, show me, just show me somebody that you have to present. Show me. If you show me, maybe I will vote for, I will even vote for the person. If you can convince me. Honestly speaking, that's why we are people like me, because I'll tell you now, before I never wanted anything to do with Nigerian election. But as the election is coming by and these people are making all this noise, they are coming to rub things in our face, insult, because it's insult upon injury. After everything that you have done, you will mount the rostrum, you mount the stage, you'll be on the airwaves still saying that you're coming back. You are insulting even all the people who have died, all the people you have killed during your regime. You are insulting them. So when we see somebody like Omoyole Sowore coming out to run for presidency, my heart was overjoyed. In my mind, I was like, at least we have somebody that we can say, okay, this person is running. So honestly, I am 110% in support of Omoyole Sowore running for presidency. And let me give you a little hint. Let me give you a little hint. Just permit me. Wow, somebody is sowing a seed of $5 into my life. Thank you so much, E82. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, or my sister, whoever you are. I really, really appreciate you. In CBD, Aqua Abbas says Nigerians never suffer rich. When fuel gets to 5K, they will be looking for Sowore to leave. I'm telling you, it is not funny at all. Don't mind that I'm laughing. It is not funny at all. Man, he says, I wish the young people would put their foot down and demand that Tinubu and people like him quit the race. Not even just quitting the race by force. First of all, they should apologize. Just apologize for even coming, having the guts to say you're coming to lead. It is crazy. Now let me show you this. A lot of you don't even know this, but I'm going to read it to you, because you see, I realize that we need to be refreshing people's memory. And it's not that, I don't know why. I think because of all this nonsense that goes on in Nigeria, people just deliberately choose to forget. Like you just want to forget so that to make you, it will make you not to get hypertension. And I don't blame you. So a lot of us have forgotten. A lot of us have forgotten where we are coming from. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back and just show you a little bit of the reason why Sowore is the best person for these people. I'm telling you the truth. I will show you now. Just give me a little time. Let me show you why somebody like Omoyole Sowore is the right person to at least, somebody that we can look at and say, at least. There's so many things. I will just encourage you to go to, if you go online, you will see there are so many things right now since Sowore said he was coming out for presidency. There are so many things out there that you just need to go and see for yourself. If you have the time, I will just advise you. It's not by force, but if you want to know, you want to get gist about Omoyele Sowore and all the activities concerning his presidential aspiration, there's a group that is called Team Sowore 2023. Team Sowore 2023. This group, you see, is there just, it's all about Omoyele Sowore. They are promoting him. They are saying things about him. Okay, so you can go to that place and follow and see what is going on. But let me quickly just read for you, for some of you who do not remember what, because somebody actually asked me, he said, Sowore doesn't have experience. I said, experience in what? Do you know that a lot of the people who are in government right now are junior to Sowore when it comes about knowledge about Nigeria? They are very junior to him. They don't know nothing. And I will tell you, see, Sowore, this report says Sowore reported through, this was only through Sahara reporters. So this is why they are punishing him and they prosecuted him and put him in jail. All the times, this is the problem he's having. Number one, Sowore, these are the stories that he came up with that made all these people to be angry with him. It was Sowore that exposed Ibori's looting and his past criminal history. Lulu Nnabdi, who was barred from becoming Nigeria's executive director at Joint Development Zone with Sao Tome as a result of Sahara Reporters publication. This Lulu was barred. Michael Ondeka was barred from entering the US after Sahara Reporters exposed his lack of integrity and several corrupt dealings. Remember that Emeka Ugwoye, who was arraigned for stealing Nigeria's 1.5 million. These are stories that broke under Sahara Reporters. Saraki, who was arraigned for failure to disclose assets. Sahara Reporters was the first to reveal his assets and declaration forms. Ojuzo Kalo, it was Sahara Reporters that exposed his Potomac home. Yes, in US. DSP Alame Seye, it was Sahara Reporters that exposed his home in Potomac and those of his children in California. Publication of Tinubu's assets led to his arraignment and was eventually freed by JEJ, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in a deal brokered in France. Now, this kind of person is the person you're saying he doesn't have experience. Publication of Amechi's corruptions led to the arrest of Wike and his chief of staff. It was the publication on Dimeji Bankole when he was speaker that led to his arrest by EFCC when he was speaker. It was publication on Donald Duke and his wife that led to his investigation by ICPC. It was publication by Mrs. Farida that led to her removal as EFCC chairman. It was publication on Iyabo Obasanjo that led to her arrest and prosecution. It was publication on Stella Odua that led to her removal as Minister of Aviation. Publication on Musiliu Obanikoro, known as Ekiti Gates, that led him to flee Nigeria. He eventually came back, surrendered, and spent weeks in detention before he was absorbed into APC again. It was the first, Sahara Reporter was the first to report on corruption as against Dasuki. You remember the famous Dasuki Gate. It was publications on Femi Fani-Kayode that led to his arrest and current prosecution. I need you to hear all the names that I've been dropping here. Publication on bribery of judges led to arrest and production of Joe Mobike, who was sentenced last month. It was publication on Jide Omokore that led to his arrest and corrupt prosecution. Several publications on Dizani led to her current ordeal. Publication on several judges caused to non-election to Court of Appeal. Okay, publication on those judges led to their non-election to Court of Appeal, and so many other things I need to list. So when they deceive you and they tell you that Sowore doesn't have the pedigree, or he doesn't have the knowledge or the experience. He has. He knows their bottom body, bottom. How does my wife say it? He knows their under bottom. That's why they don't like him. So don't be the one playing the devil's advocate. Don't do their dirty job for them. When they say they don't like him, you have to understand why they don't like him. It's good that they don't like him. In fact, if you see anybody that these people like, they are sleeping on the same bed. Do you understand? One person said that if you are an activist and the people that you are saying stuff against them, the people that you're opposing are happy with you, they don't disturb you, then you are a joker, not an activist. Because if you are a true activist, if you're a true opposition, the government of the day can never be comfortable with you. Never. They will always react to what you're doing. But if they are not reacting to what you're doing, if they don't care, something is wrong with you. Yes. Dr. Erica says, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and share. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Erica. Guys, don't forget, sometimes you get carried away. You think you already subscribed. Please take some time to subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you are subscribed. Ella on YouTube says, Umunnem gwazie ndị ya dị unu maka shore ka obodo anyị wee dị mma. Daalụ. Hello on YouTube. This guy. Yeah, I like you. Also, that means go and tell your yard people. But you know, say those of now will be at Jebo, no understand what they talk. Now live for flat, now live for GRA. GRA know they get yard. We will grow for Nungu area na yard. We grow, say for yard. Mama Ngozi they fight with Mama Ola. You go they fight, you see her now for yard. If you want bath for yard, say they get bathroom and bathroom. Bathroom now where shower day, bathtub day, water they run. But bathroom now where they go bath. You don't even understand. You don't understand. There's a difference between bathroom and bathroom. Bathroom. Jesus Christ. Don't get me started. When you go for bathroom, you go prepare. Na project. If you enter bathroom, they prepare. You just open your bathroom, go inside, towel dey inside, soap dey inside. You just comot your cloth, shower finish. Just comot. If you like, you walk inside naked. You don't need to go in with anything. Bathroom, come on now. Bathroom, you won't go to bathroom. If you won't go to, the only funny thing we say, the thing I want to describe about bathroom now is actually the situation of bathroom in Nigeria. Bathroom in Nigeria has become bathroom because when you want to go to bathroom, you got to cook the water first. When you cook the water, cold water, you come put her inside water with inside bucket. Make sure say warm enough. Then you will now start the journey to the bathroom. You go carry that's when you live for yard. I don't explain this thing before. I don't know why you want me to explain it again. You come carry the water, come waka, go there. Then you have to wear slippers. Now, if you go for the house of somebody will be big man where they live for yard, they go come out the water for you. Then, like if you visit somebody's house, they won't do like it'll be uncle. They'll give you wrapper where you go tie. Then they will give you rubber slippers, Then, but if are you, sometimes you go get that sponge where they long like net. You get that. Then you go carry your towel, good for something like this. Then you go carry toothpaste. Because if na yard, you got to show say yourself, maybe a small person. So you carry toothpaste. Come on. But meanwhile, where you go throw away the toothpaste, you carry across an inside house, inside room, come outside, then When you go for the bathroom, you go still carry container to where you go use to bath inside the bathroom. Blessing of Menka, I'm cool. I'm very, very cool. Somebody say like Simon Ekpa. I don't understand. You say like Simon Ekpa. Okay, thank you very much. I don't know what you mean. Kate Hitchcock. Okay, maybe you can explain it here. Now, DJ Nobby says they're afraid of the Nigerian people seeing the light. Sowore doesn't have experience in stealing. Yes, so doesn't have experience in corruption, doesn't have experience in lies and destruction. Above all, they are afraid of intelligence, prosperity, and modern development. Yes, I agree with you 1001 times. Mirage Concept says Nigeria youths are truly lazy. All they know is bone straight hair and money rituals. That is why Tinubu, after peeing in his pants, will come and tell them that he will rule them for 8 years. And they will not say anything. They will not say anything at all. That is very, very pathetic. It is very, very pathetic. I don't understand. They be like the Stockholm syndrome. Don't catch some of our people. Where now the person where they punish you, that person you like. Now this person say, this level now great face me. Face me, I face you. This DJ no be na member. When you see member, when I touch light some place, you see member go understand. If you never leave for face me, I face you, no go understand what we dey talk here. Bathroom is a project. And when if you no get up on time, like say you dey go work somewhere, you no get up on time, then you got to line up. You have to line up and wait for the other people wey dem go bath before you. Then when you reach for some bathroom, the door don spoil. So make sure you don't just tie your small towel. That's why you have to tie wrapper and put the towel here. Because when you reach there, now the wrapper will become the door of the bathroom. Oh my God. Utrubeke for that side. Big Utrubeke. Anyways, you just got to be happy that somebody like Omoyele Sowore is coming out. We shouldn't be talking about all of these things. So, nobody say, maybe lie, now you do yourself if you don't wake up on time. I'm telling you. And what betide you if you don't come boil the water before you go there, go bath. Right? For Hamatan, you come carry the buckets. You don't go throw the water for your body. You go do like say that mistake. You go throw the water up, make it touch your body so that you don't go blame so that your body don't go blame you for throwing cold water on him. So you go carry the cold water, throw it up. God, is well. Thank God that now we can bath in the bathroom instead of bathroom. Anyway, let's continue. The next thing that we want to talk about, remember our poster, don't forget, we don't talk about Omoyele Sowore, we don't talk about Osibanjo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You guys know that a lot has happened about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But there was a release. By the way, let me just let you guys know. Let me let you know right now. You see all that talk about some people don't go, some people have gone to take over IPOB in UK. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer the leader. I don't want you guys to be parading that kind of news. It's not right. It is not right at all. One of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, Aloy Jumako, he has said it clearly that everything is still okay. Let me share with you his latest tweet. Okay, I want to show you Jimako's latest tweet. This one is not about what is happening with IPOB and the claim that Nnamdi Kanu is no longer the leader of IPOB. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this one. It says that this is an update concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Aloy Jimako tweeted this. He says, just exited from a groundbreaking visitation with Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. It was groundbreaking because we covered many new grounds, including the addition of Chukwuma Machukwu Ume, senior advocate of Nigeria, to the legal team. Onyendu sends his love and felicitations to all his true followers. And why it was important to know this is just when some people just keep talking all kinds of trash. You think, oh, the case is finished. And a lot of people who are betraying Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people who are causing confusion inside IPOB right now, they thought that when Nnamdi Kanu was abducted and rendition, that was his end. They thought it was finished. Just like those of you in the Yoruba nation who thought that Sunday Igboho was done with. You stop broadcasting. Shame on you. You stop talking. You stop saying anything about Yoruba nation. All of a sudden now they release him. You start talking about Yoruba nation again. I just see some of you, I just be laughing. Watch and learn. I'm not bragging, but sometimes self is good to brag. You got to learn to be consistent in season and out of season, through the values and through the mountains and through the deep sea. If you believe in someone, if someone is your friend, if you're part of a cause, if you're part of a mission, if you are part of a movement, until you achieve your aim, why would you abandon ship? Not just that you abandon ship, why would you turn around and betray your fellow comrades? Why? You just become inconsistent. Why? You stop talking because it was not popular anymore. People like us, we don't stop talking because it's not popular. Somebody was yabbing me, say, go and look at Chidi. He has 79,000. When he's talking, it's only 20 people, 30 people. So you think this is just about saying the things that people like to hear so that I'll make money? Thank God I have a job. Thank God I'm living very well. Thank God I'm Dr. Chidi with a master's degree in architecture. And I'm married to Dr. Erica, who also has a master's degree in architecture. And two of us have construction company. And we have a media company. We have so many other companies. Thank God that I am okay. It is good when you make money out of YouTube, but without YouTube money, thank God we can get by. So we don't, based on that, maybe that's why we can say things that can pain you in the ear. That's why I cannot come and abandon one person to make you happy. No, you stand on the truth, whether it is comfortable or not comfortable, whether it is palatable or not palatable. We started talking about Nnamdi Kanu long time ago. And through the troubled times, we will continue to talk about him because we know that one day he will come out of these two shall come to pass. If I talk now, you say I'm being spiritual, but let me be spiritual sometimes to you. You see people like Nnamdi Kanu. He is not an ordinary human being. If he sent himself, by now he'll be a dead man. The only reason why that human being called Nnamdi Kanu is still breathing, the only reason why he still has life intact, his thinking faculty intact, sharp, 100%, is because he is ordained by God to do what he's doing. A lot of you are sending yourself. Why? Why will you by yourself go to market to go and buy trouble for you? Now, who sent you? Who call you? Oh, you're like those pastors that say, God, I don't wait for you. You no one call me. Okay, if you no one call me, I go call myself. Oh. That's what you're doing. If you call yourself to this thing, you will, that is you will so be brutally dealt with. You will not believe it. I'm telling you, you got to be very, 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 very careful. So when you go and you try to say stuff about Nnamdi Kanu, and you try to confuse people who are following him, and you call them all kinds of names, and you say you're no longer listening to him, and you see even when his lawyers go and meet with him, and you know they met with him, and he brings out they bring out information from there ahead of time. You say you cannot take instruction from somebody who is in the dungeon. You get liver. Some people get all I can say is say some people get liver, because I don't get that kind of liver. Me, Chidi Wanyang, wake up one day and begin to twist what Ohamadike Nnamdi Kanu said concerning. Do you understand the kind of respect that I have for Nnamdi Kanu when it comes to matters concerning Biafra? Do you know what it means? Do you know what pedigree he is? He is in the pedigree of people like Mandela, Martin Luther King. Don't you understand? You always have one of them in a generation. They are usually not the ones that start the movement. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that started the Biafra agitation. No, it wasn't him. Ojukwu them came and did their own and went. After Ojukwu, there were people like Owazurike. It wasn't, Nnamdi Kanu was not even there. Everybody, just like when Jesus Christ came, and some of you will misunderstand me, there were a lot of people coming to do their own thing. John the Baptist, they came, they did their own thing. Owazurike came with Masob. Lot of lives were lost. Masob challenged the government, did a lot of good work, but they were not the ones that were chosen to complete it. Remember, then came Nnamdi Kanu. And if you're sincere to yourself, you know that nobody has taken this thing to the level where he has taken this thing. Exploit, you say, Ogachidi, please, who is Kenny Okukano? Kenny Okukano. Which one is Kenny Okukano again? All I know is, I know Kingsley. Kingsley Kanu. Like somebody said, things like this, I should ignore it because it just like rattles my brain. If you want to ask me a question, ask me a direct question. Who is Kenny Oku? I know of Kingsley Kanu, who is Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother. He's been on my show and I interviewed him. Manny says, Dr. Chidi, you're absolutely right. 4K viewing does not reflect integrity. The road to heaven is narrow and the one to hell is wide. Listen, let me tell you something. When people have like 4K, 3K viewers, they are doing well as a content creator, because what content creators do, let me tell you something. If I get up now and I begin to remove my clothes, it says that is the name on IPOB director document. Okay, I don't know, my brother. Please send this thing to me. And he said claiming ignorance, sir. What do you mean I'm claiming ignorance? You see, that's my problem. That's my problem with people. If I'm going to challenge you now. And don't run away. +1 647 989 2837. Since we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, I challenge you, IT exploit. Take this number and call into my show right now and let us talk. Don't run, no. Don't run. You don't start something and run away. I will even send you. I'm going to have you live on this show because I think it's time we start doing something like this. You don't just come and talk things and just look. I'm going to send you a link. So either you call or you take this link and come right into the show. Let us talk. Sometimes we like to insult ourselves. It's not necessary. And I don't lie to you. The person you lie to is somebody that can harm you or somebody you are afraid of. Why should I? Okay, you finally called. So I'm gonna listen to you. Okay, go ahead. I have you on the line. I assume that you are IT exploit and you say that I'm claiming ignorance, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. So go ahead. So why do you think I'm claiming ignorance?
If you look at my messages, you say I apologize because I assume that you should know about this change. So if you say you are not aware, I take it back, and I wasn't even insulting you.
Okay.
I just said that, baby. So, you should not get the wrong impression.
Okay.
As of today,
yes.
Nnamdi Kanu
yes.
is not the name as director of IPOB CIC.
Okay.
The name has been modified. It was first of all removed.
Yes.
I can send you all these documents.
Yeah.
It's public. You can check it by yourself. I'm
Yeah.
not going to send it to you. I'll send it to you to UK incorporation site.
Sure.
But the name that was replaced with Nnamdi Kanu's name is the name I sent to you. That is why I'm asking if you are aware. If you are not aware, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. You see, I appreciate you calling in. You see, this is what we must always do, okay? Sincerely speaking, I do not have this information that you have talked about. But listen.
I will send the link. You should just send me where I should send it to you.
No, send it to that same number. Okay. Wait now. Okay, wait now. Wait, we're not fighting. Me and you, we're just talking, right? Okay. You see, that's why I took your call. I just wanted to clear that. I'm not running away from anything. See, when I am going to take a risk and tell you something ahead of time. And I would like you to come back to this program and we'll talk again, okay? Because it is important. So what I want you to do is send this thing to my number +1. I'm going to put it on my screen. +1 647 989 2837. No, it's on my screen. It's on my screen. One thing I will promise you is this: I am connected to people,
I have to turn off where I'm watching you from, so I'm not looking at this.
Okay, no problem. I will call the number for you when you have a pen. You have a pen now?
Yes, give me one more.
No problem. Somebody says no.
No.
Take the number. Take the number. Let's do one thing at a time.
Let me take the number.
Okay, so should I call the number?
Yes.
Okay, so my number is +1 647 989 2837. This is the only number that I have in.
Let me repeat it.
Okay.
+1 647 989 2837.
Correct. That's my number. If you call me on this.
Let me just say what you say, please, sir.
Okay, say.
See, truth of the matter is, for me to have called you, you know that I'm not ambitious.
No, you're not. I didn't say you're Nigerian.
When there are conflicting information, especially with information as delicate as this,
yeah,
and the people responsible for clarification, instead of clarifying, are attacking other people that are asking questions.
Okay, so listen to what I wanted to tell you now. Somebody says I like this brand of worship media. This is how I've always done in the past, but people don't understand. Listen to me now. Right on my show, the time is 8:10 p.m. in Toronto, Canada. This is the first time I'm hearing this news. Let me tell you what I'm going to take your information and do. I'm going to take the information and ask direct questions to the people that I think they will know. I will ask, what is the meaning of this? And they will answer me. And I will come on this, in fact, my next program, I will talk about it. But yes, I will talk about it, but let me tell you something ahead of time, my brother. When I am a member of the Take It Back movement, I'm a member of Revolution Now. I'm a member of the African Action Congress. Now, I occupy very sensitive position in these organizations. And in what we're doing, we are in a huge war with the establishment, okay? I'm just telling you this sincerely speaking. We're having a dialogue, just open mind dialogue. Now, there are things that are done because of the people that you're fighting, that sometimes when it comes to the public, it is not, it doesn't have 1 + 1 = 2 answer. This is just something I'm throwing out there, but I can promise you I don't want to go any further, so I don't also complicate issues.
Let me come in here. Let me come
Go ahead. Go.
You don't know me. I know you because I watch you. I
Yes.
watch you for years.
Yes, sir.
So you don't know me. You don't know my level of expertise. You don't know my knowledge.
No.
I don't know that you cannot come to a white man land and claim another name without doing due diligence and making sure you change it officially.
No.
So my question is very simple. That's why I kept on repeating it.
Okay.
The current Nnamdi Kanu's name has been on Radio Biafra, IPOBCIC, every document from way back as 2013 as Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
So my question is, because I want you to ask this question to whoever with this.
Yes.
I don't like Kanuta because he's not straightforward, and I must say it here. You want to ask them if Kenny is not Nnamdi Kanu's name.
Yes.
Please clarify why was his name removed from, it was actually taken out entirely. The Kanuta himself had to angrily contact the US and whoever is their representative for them to go and correct it immediately. Only for them to go back to correct it and use a name that is unheard of by anybody.
Okay.
So, when things are happening like this, that's why when people say they are autopilot, you don't blame them because you cannot expect people to fund an organization wholeheartedly with criminals or alleged criminals.
Good. So let me plead with you again. I like contrary to, people went and carried propaganda against Chidi, but it's okay. What we have is time. Time has a way of just smoothing things.
I watch time on I watch everybody. I see the watch.
So
are not dumb.
okay. So let me okay. So let me can I say something? Can I say something? Can I? IT. Hold on. Can I say something? Let me thank you very, very much for your passion. We need that kind of passion. And let me advise you to never in your life stop asking questions. The day you stop asking questions, you start being a dumb human being. I ask very uncomfortable questions. And let us summarize this here and move on. Thank you for the information. I'm going to take information and I'm going to ask questions. And as I promised you, I will talk about it. Can we now leave it here? Okay?
Because if no response to it, you see me on your chat again.
Nope.
Same question.
No, I've just promised you whatever answer I get, I'll come and talk about it. But like you have said, let us still keep an open mind. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
And that's why I apologize.
No. And I apologize too if I misunderstood you and I sounded separate. But it is very, very important. This is very important. Look, it is important because this thing, people have committed their money. They've committed their lives. So everybody just wants to be on the same page. But let me just stop here and then let's promise ourselves to talk about it again. Okay? Thank you very much. No problem. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Let's move on. You see, where we are going to, where we are right now, emotions are very, very high. It's like a war front. Go and see what happens in a war front. Look at Ukraine, for instance. Things are happening. Houses are being bought. People are uprooted from their homes. Emotions are running very high. So when I encounter people, I just try to dialogue. There's nothing wrong with dialogue. It is wrong if people just talk. When I brought Kanonta, he said, I don't like Kanonta. That is right. I'm not going to say because I know Kanonta. I know Kanonta. Am I going to deny Kanonta because I'm doing a program? No, I know him. I know his family. And if somebody says, I don't like Kanonta, that's the person's opinion. That's their prerogative. I don't know what dealings he has with him. I don't know his perception of him. But that is his own entitlement. Just like I have my own entitlement too. What usually pisses me off, and that's what I don't like. I don't want to use a harsh word, which is stupidity. When Kanonta came on my program, allow me to just explain this one thing. He came on my program and I had already listed all the difficult questions that people have been posing on the program before. I told him I'm going to start with the difficult questions. He said, go ahead. I said, number one, did you betray your brother? We heard that you betrayed your brother. He answered it. I asked him, so did you do this? Did you do this? He answered. Why did this have this? He answered. I now said people should call in. People now started calling, and I now said, please, guys, for questions that he has already answered, please, I don't want to go back there. Let us move on. Listen to something you must understand. For me, who owns a channel, when you don't know how difficult it is to bring somebody to actually bring somebody to your program, first of all, they don't have to come. You didn't put a rope on their neck to drag them to your program. So when they come, everybody, Simon Ekpa has come on my program. Nnamdi Kanu has come on my program. Kanonta has come on my program. Who has come on my program? So many people, the ones you like and the ones, Ijele too has come on my program. So I just bring people to hear their opinion. When I make my rules, if you want to be on my program, you have to abide by my rules. If I say you have asked the question and the person has answered, but you say no, you want to ask again, what are you going to do? You want that person to say exactly what you want to hear. It doesn't work that way. When you ask me, Chidi, do you love your wife? And I say, I love my wife. Say, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. Chidi. Another person will pick the phone. Chidi, do you love your wife? I say, no, Chidi, you don't love your wife. We can play that game for 10 hours. It's not going to change. So when I said, look, I can't have people asking the same question, they ran away with it. The next thing I saw myself on Simon Ekpa's program. And Simon Ekpa, well, unfortunately, he's been doing what he's doing. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because it's just an unfortunate thing that is happening at this point in time. Very, very unfortunate. But you know what? Don't worry. I've told you people, time, just time is all you're asking for. Time is a leveler. Finally, everybody will be okay. Don't worry. Everybody is going to be okay. Everybody, finally. So by the time they took it there and they talked about it, blah, 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 I just moved on. So let's move on from here. I'm the kind of person who I am bendable. Like I'm not so stuck. I'm not stuck that I cannot be changed. I cannot be moved. No. I yield to superior argument so that I can learn. Somebody asks a question. If I don't know, I say I don't know. The highest thing you can say is, I'm disappointed that you don't know. Oh, the one I know, I'll tell you that I know. That's my life. So let's just leave it there and move on. Someone says, you did the right thing by interviewing Kanonta, and it is good to hear from him as well as defend himself. Yeah, like there are so many people I wanted to also interview. And you remember, I was going to do a video. See, why I don't want to talk about Simon Ekpa in my shows is when Simon Ekpa started, he was talking, he was saying things about Biafra, and we needed everybody who was fighting. We needed everybody. It wasn't only me. Biafra Uplift, everybody who was promoting the Biafra agenda. The person was needed. And at that time, I called Simon Ekpa to my program. I did a flyer. I advertised the flyer. And he came on my program. I gave him a chance to talk, and that was it. At another time, I called someone, but I called what's his name? My Good Diary. When Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, everybody's morale was low. I said, you guys need to come. Let's try to ginger people up. They came and we did it. But Simon Ekpa will turn around now and say, I brought Kanonta. I went and did flyer. I did this. I was just laughing. Why? Why'd you get to do that? Why? Like, why? Is it necessary? So if you cut somebody down and you put them down, is that what will make you grow? Everybody is running on their lane. You have 3,000 people, I have 1,000 people, I have 79,000 subscribers, you have maybe 60 something or maybe 70 or whatever. Is that all? People have 10 million subscribers now. Don't you know? Why are you? Don't you know? There is so much happening that sometimes that's our problem. We see just a little bit and we think we've arrived. No, now people have millions. It's a world of millions of people. The sky is too big for every bird. You can't live your life trying to say that this person, anything this person says, you hinge on it and you make it your topic. That's very childish. But let's leave it there and then let's move on. If you are doing anything, I don't care who you are, whether you are within Nnamdi Kanu's family, whether you're within the leadership of IPOB, whether you are in any directorate, whether you are a member, whether you are a member of IPOB as an organization, whether you are an indigenous person of Biafra, anything that you are doing to bring down the Biafran struggle, look, let me tell you, you are sowing a seed. You will reap the benefits of your seed. The funny thing about sowing a seed is that nobody has planted one corn seed, and when they went to reap it, they reaped one. No. Nobody has planted a grain, and that grain came out one grain. No. So when you plant evil and you're going to reap evil, guess what you're going to reap? You're going to reap a basket full of evil. People don't understand. And if you know this, you don't need to worry yourself about people. Why would you kill yourself about people? You're not God now. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. People will be sorted out. People will you're talking about when we'll go to heaven. No, right here on earth, in a short time. Imagine when Nnamdi Kanu is released from detention. Imagine the kind of things that he will say. Imagine what it will be. Imagine what you will hear. So for now, just calm down. Just calm down. It's okay. Just calm down. Don't worry. All right. So let us go back and see what is going on. So I showed you guys and be very, very careful. Very careful. Let me tell you one. I'll say this and I'll go on. In African Action Congress, when Leonard Nzewa was going to steal or attempt to steal African Action Congress, he had already started a long time ago organizing. He had a mission. He started organizing people. He said it's a Yoruba party. He said all the people in leadership are Yoruba people. And you see, because a lot of the people who started Take It Back movement and African Action Congress, because Omoyele Sowore read at University of Lagos, some of his friends, some of his colleagues, people they met during the Aluta struggle, a lot of them were around Lagos. And naturally in Lagos, most people, if you stay in Lagos for more than 2-3 years, you'll be speaking Yoruba. And if you were born there, you might get a Yoruba name. But Leonard Nzewa managed to start what do you call it? Managed to start a rhetoric that made it sound like all the people were Yoruba people. But later on, we are to find out that people like Malcolm Fabiyi, you see how the name sounds? Malcolm Fabiyi is from Kogi State. People like Val Ojo, Val is from Delta State. So many other people, even Omoyele Sowore himself, the part of Ondo State he's from, he's almost like somebody from Niger Delta. He's an Edo man. And so many other things. But this guy, why am I saying this? You have to be careful when people come and they always, and watch the pattern, they always look for a word. They look for a word or an action and they grab onto it and they continue to fire. It's just like in a wrestling match. Somebody holds your hand, they keep twisting it. They leave the rest of your body and they just hold on to that thing. At a time in IPOB, it was like, tell us who knew that Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. And for 8 days, they did not release him. At the time, Dino said, oh, they're accusing Kanunta. Everybody said, yes, they are sure. Oh, then Kanunta said, no, it's not me. I said, no, how can you say it's not you? Then they said it was the secretary. Then they said, no, Oyibo, Nelly. Come on now. At the end of the day, was it any of those things? Do you understand? So forget. Don't bother yourself. Be careful when people now say, okay, why is it that? The same questions are recycled over and over again. And these things are supposed to achieve an aim. Be very, very careful when you find yourself on that repeat button. Just that same thing. Always. It makes you lose focus on you can't see. You can't see any other thing. And these questions it's like subliminal suggestion. It's just in your head. Every time you listen, you hear it. Every time. So you build your impression and perception around that story. You got to be very, very careful. I remember with Omoyele Sowore, all you heard was Omoyele Sowore was the one that brought Buhari to power. Even I heard it before I met Sowore, because I had worked with Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, with Ifeanyi Yuba group, and we were the ones that were promoting Jonathan. And when you were in Jonathan's camp, anybody that said anything about Buhari was your enemy. So Sahara reporters and Sowore, they were my big enemy, because as far as we are concerned, they are the ones that are publishing things that are against Jonathan. But I have held people to account so many times, and I ask them, how come whenever I bring up the story about when Jonathan was refused to take over the power from Yar'Adua, when Yar'Adua was already dead, and I ask them, please tell me the one who fought for Jonathan. Do you know who it was? It was Dr. Professor Dora Akunyele. She was the person who stood her ground and said, no way, the power should go to hand over power to Goodluck Jonathan. Woman, the men were not talking. The only person who supported that was Sahara reporters. Omoyele Sowore. It was Sowore that published that this man was dead, though. See, they are leaving London. It was Sowore that showed the video when they landed in the airport. But people choose to forget. Now, it was Sowore that kept on writing that Jonathan must be the president. Jonathan, campaigning for Jonathan when nobody had the lever. Until finally, they agreed that Yar'Adua was dead and they handed the power over to Jonathan. Why didn't anybody say that at that time that, he was not supporting, was Buhari there? Did he say anything against Jonathan? But the same way he wrote against Obasanjo, the same way he wrote against IBB, the same way he wrote against every leader, don't you understand? When somebody is the eye of the public, Somebody is there to scrutinize the government and tell them, look, you are not doing well here. That's the party has chosen. So you have to be careful when people were just parading that narrative that yes, it was Sowore that brought. How did he bring Jonathan in? He wrote about all the ills that were happening in Jonathan's government. All APC did was anyone he writes, APC will go and collect it. PDP, if you people knew that what Sahara Reporters was writing was wrong, just produce the evidence. If Sahara Reporters said that, oh, the 10-kilometer road though, that they opened, it was only 1 kilometer that they did though, just go to that road and enter Okada, use phone and just run on that road. See, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, kilometer. When you get to 10 kilometers, come and publish it. Shikina. But you didn't have proof. If Sowore said, oh, this minister bought this house in London, look at the number of the house, look at the picture of the house, look at the record of sale of the house. Anytime he does that, you just go and get that minister to produce a counter document saying, look, the house does not belong to me. But you wouldn't do that. So be careful when people begin to throw some narratives at you so that as you're singing it, they'll use it to achieve their aim. Because one day you turn around and see that all that was not true. That's all I'm going to say about that. Of course, now, by the time I came to Sowore and I understood what he wanted, the first question I asked Sowore is, Sowore, why did you work for why did you work for APC through what's his name? Through El Rufai? Said, shit, it's not true. I reminded him of the picture, the video where they show, it was a picture where they show him rejoicing in APC campaign headquarters. He said, thank you. And Sowore is the kind of person who will never get angry over any question you ask him. I wish I had that kind of ability. Me, I can just lose a fuse over a very nasty question that you ask me. But Sowore, he will calm down. He said, Chidi, look at what happened. He said that very day, remember, even in America and everywhere, the people who lose the election, they are usually the ones that come on air quickly and give a statement because they are all sad now. So after that declaration of election, PDP just came and he was at PDP headquarters, but you will never hear that news. The same way you saw him at APC, he was at PDP. He is a reporter, reporting whatever was going on. He came to PDP headquarters. He took pictures, he reported, and PDP just gave a statement and they closed. Meanwhile, in APC headquarters, it was a party. They had just won. So by the time he came to APC headquarters, people saw him like, hey, Sowore, Sowore. Everybody was already happy. They were taking selfies with him and they took a picture. People now twisted it and say he was working with them. That's why he was there. If you like, go and make your investigation. Do you remember when Reno Omokri was saying, oh, Sowore did this, did that, and just faced Sowore and was just tearing him down? I said, sure, why don't you answer this guy back? I said, Chidi, I don't have to. I don't have to. Reno already has issues. He should go and sort these issues. I said, but let me just hint you that he showed me, I don't know whether he published it, but he showed me where Reno Omokri sent an email to him that this is editing something that Sahara Reporters was supposed to publish, and it was coming from El Rufai. He said, Chidi, look, is there anything wrong with this man? This is somebody who was a media person, staff for El Rufai, and he forgot that he's the one that used to script whatever information was out there. And he's the one that, you know how you send information to media houses and you turn around and you say you're accusing Sowore of, he doesn't have time for him. There are so many things he can answer, but he wants to focus on the things that are important. Somebody says, it's all the government is doing. All they do is try to destabilize groups, and people they see as threats are organizing in groups. Of course, it will end. You don't know where all of those stories come from. They come into IPOB. Remember, it's let me read this one. It says, I've been for sure since day one as a Biafran, but I haven't been comfortable with one thing. Why is it that Sowore never said anything about his vice? We deserve to know why he vanished. You see, I'm going to really, really calm down to ask you to answer this question to you. There is something called classified information. But let me tell you right now that Sowore, with his vice, there is no love lost between the two of them at all. I am actually in contact with Sowore's past vice presidential candidates. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. It doesn't have to, you don't know what people go to. You don't know the risks that people, you don't even understand. So sometimes when you don't see people, as long as they didn't do, did they steal money? Did you hear that Rufai stole money? Steal the money. Did you hear that he stole money? Did you hear him write something against Sowore? No. So it's good to be curious. And if you ask, I asked somebody a question. I said, listen, when Mazi Nnamdi, I've said this a lot on my show, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped death at his hometown, when Nigerian army was shooting his house and killed up to 32 people or so, until months, maybe years later, when you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Israel, did you know what happened in between? No. Did you come online and say, IPOB, you must explain to us where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is? Did you say that? No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife came on air to say, Nigerian government produced my husband, though. Where is my husband? But is it possible that at that time when she was asking Nigerian government for her husband, that the husband had made contact with her and say, honey, everything is fine? Do you expect people to come and tell you that time? Why? Just because you're asking questions online, they should come and tell you, oh, no, listen. Okay, listen, this one is this, but it's not this. So, no, now, it's why? That's why sometimes when I see people, you play, listen to this recording. This recording is recording. I recorded it when it was talking to me. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's the one that kills me. And tomorrow you want somebody to confide in you. Somebody calls you on the phone. You have a very mature, delicate discussion with that person. Tomorrow you come and be playing it. For what? You want to win what? What are you winning? What are you winning? You come and be playing things. You come and be talking delicate information about IP, things that could kill people. You don't understand what you're doing. You think it's just social media. I wish people understand. You think what you're doing is a joke. You come and you reveal your discussion with people. You come and reveal very, very serious secrets. Why? People clap for you and then people go and die because of that. Do you know that right now that I'm talking, there are people right now, there are people inside here that are from from DSS. Do you know that there are people from military intelligence that are listening to us right now? You don't know? Oh, you think it's only you listening to me? You don't know. Their job is to be here and pick one or two information for your information. So when you open your mouth and you're running your mouth because you think you're on social media, you can tell, be careful. People die because of the things that you do and things that you say. Be very, very careful. It's not a joke that we're joking here. It's not. Somebody says, Chidi, I'm itching for Abba Kyari's topic. Please let's go to Abba Kyari. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. I like when we are, actually talking about issues that affect us. So Abba Kyari, to start with, Malami has turned around again and said that he did not say that Abba Kyari is exonerated. He just said that they should investigate. So that story, that's just the truth. He has, even if he said it before, he said before that Abba Kyari, he didn't find him guilty of any offense. That was what they said before. But right now, they've turned around to say, "Oh no, that's not what we said. Though we didn't say it." He said we didn't say it. Though is not a true. We didn't say it. That's what they said. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's go to Abba Kyari so that we can show you guys what they are saying. It's very, 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 very interesting. Okay, that's the first story I wanted you guys to know about Abba Kyari. The fact that Malami has changed again what he said before. But today, it was today, I'll be yesterday, Abba Kyari's wife fainted in court. And I will explain to you what is happening. So Abba Kyari's wife, let me go to the place so that I'll play the video and I will show you guys what happened. Okay, so the wife fainted she slumped in court. That's what they're saying. They're saying she slumped in court, and their reason. Let's read it a little bit, and then I will go and bring out the video for you to watch. But let me talk a little bit about the story, and then we'll go and I'll show you the video. Excuse me, and I'll tell you exactly what happened in that courtroom, so that you understand how this thing works and what they're doing. Okay. So it says how Abba Kyari's wife slumped in court. The woman collapsed after the hearing of the bail application by Mr. Kyari and his co-defendants at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday. Ramatu, wife of Abba Kyari, a suspended deputy commissioner of police who is being tried for offenses bordering on cocaine deals, collapsed at the lobby of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday. Mr. Kyari and his co-defendants arrived at the court on Monday for the hearing of their bail application before the trial judge, Emeka Nwite. That's, well, today by my time, it's still 8:44 p.m. However, the incident of Mr. Kyari's wife collapse occurred after the judge adjourned the suit till March 24 to decide on the bail conditions, as Mr. Kyari, who was produced in court from the custody of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, as he walked down from the 5th floor of the court in company with family members, Mrs. Kyari collapsed on the lobby of the court. Donned in a black gown, female relatives rushed to her aid and ferried her to the Federal High Court clinic located on the ground floor of the court building. Associates and family members promptly administered first aid on her and she regained consciousness. Premium Times could not independently confirm the health condition of the woman or the reason for her collapse. Thereafter, Mr. Kyari was evacuated from the court facility in a private vehicle. Mr. Kyari, along with other defendants, was led away back to NDLEA custody. That is the story of what happened today about Abba Kyari's wife slumping. Okay, so let me show you the video. I'm going to take it from Arise TV. There's so many, it's in so many places, but let me take this from Arise TV. Okay, I'll show you guys from Arise TV. It's okay. We're taking just a small portion, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. They won't give us a strike. I hope if they give us a strike, Madam will kill me. I'm hoping they won't give us a strike, Sha. But this is from Arise TV. Let's listen in. But let me be sure. Let me be sure that I put the audio when we're sharing, because if I don't put audio, you will hear the volume without audio. But let's go.
Where her husband is facing trial. The woman slumped and fainted when the officers of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the NDLEA, were taking Abba Kyari and 6 other accused persons away. She was rushed into one of the offices in the court complex by the officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
You see, there are so many things I wanted to talk about this. There are so many things I would have wanted to. Somebody said, IT exploit is a most valuable actress. No, she just said no with the money she hear. I think I've read this one. Madam come for court. You know, say when she come here, people can go there, make a way for myself. So when they come, they talk all the money where Oga make. The woman come they calculate, say, you know as women they do. So this is what Baba Musa, maybe one of the children are Musa, I don't know. But let's assume say one of the children are Musa. So Kaganiko, this is what Baba Musa ID making all the time. And you'll be telling me that there is no money. There is no money. I say you say there's no money. Alhaja, there's no money. What? So the woman got collapse when they hear all the all the money. But honestly speaking, someone says, family of criminals. Don't mind them. That's what it says, lots of comedians in Nigeria. Nigeria is a real joke. See, remember that time? I remember that time they were doing NDDC, I think, when one of their directors just collapsed. He collapsed when it was time to ask him question. He collapsed. He never answered that question. That interview never continued. Remember when the other guy had things on his neck and everything, and video showed when he got to his room and he removed it. This is just, I don't like, sometimes I don't even know. It be like say this matter, you know, say as the thing they expand, more heads will roll. It is absolutely not possible. Absolutely not possible. See, two cannot work together except they agree. It is absolutely impossible that Abba Kyari's wife will not have an idea about what the husband is doing. Given she may not know the full details, but husband and wife that live together, sleep together, no way. No way. There is no way that she does not have a hand in what is happening. Either they've sent her to go to message, go to this man's house, he'll give you some, because you have to send people that you trust. So she has to act this thing in court so that tomorrow, when they subpoena her to appear in court, she will say, remember that day that I fell in court? Oh my God. I said, can shake leg join. Somebody said, Abba Kyari, one. This one is not IPOB. He said, Abba Kyari, one family. Abba Kyari, one. Don't let that IPOB people catch you. He said, Abba Kyari, one family. Abba Pablo Hostelo Kyari. It's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. The guy is going to be in the United States of America. I told people, why do you kill yourself? Don't kill yourself over stuff like that. It's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. The man is going to the United States. Don't reach there. He don't reach there already. You see the talk of, he don't reach there. And fine, so I don't want to belabor that Abba Kyari case. Okay, the truth is that Abba Kyari is going to be extradited to America. And there's something that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer also tweeted concerning Nnamdi Kanu. There's something he had tweeted which is important that you see, lawyer Jimako, because when he was trying to show them that they should see what is happening with the extradition of Abba Kyari and taking on the any guys. Let me see. This is Igboho. Okay, good. Let me take you to his. I'll just do that quickly, and then I'll do the last thing, and I'll close. I promise you. Let me just show you this one. This is Aloy Jimako's Twitter handle. You can see this is verified Twitter handle. Okay. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at what he wrote here. He says the release of Igboho. This was some time ago. See, the release of Igboho by Benin Republic has validated the universal law that self-determination is neither a crime nor an extraditable offense. If it is, Igboho would have been extradited to Nigeria. If Nigeria fails to revise its justice to Nnamdi Kanu, it costs must. That's not the one I'm looking for, actually. I'm looking up for where he talked about Nnamdi Kanu and where he talked about this Abba Kyari guy. Anyways, forget about it. Forget about it. Let me talk the final talk when I want to talk. And IT President Ogachidi, I take God beg you, please maintain your neutrality and honesty always. This guy, you're still on my case. Leave me alone now. I'm not. What did I do? I'll maintain my neutrality, but neutrality is not a place to stay. Be careful in life. You can't be neutral. You can't be neutral in life. You will speak the truth that you know, but there's something that makes you a human being. And at a point, there must come a point where you have to take a stand. Okay. Somebody says, but we should know that all those Fulani criminals have already been trained, both men and women, that should, in case of they get caught stealing, they should pretend that faith as their style. Okay, no problem. Okay, I beg. I will try to. I will say the truth. I will try to. It's balanced. Balanced. That's the word. Balanced. I will try to give a balanced opinion, but when it comes to being neutral, I can't be neutral. I know where I stand all the time. Anytime if I sleep, you touch me. Chidi, what do you believe in? I will tell you. I'm not neutral. No, I'm not neutral. I may even be biased sometimes. Sometimes it is time that will now prove you right or wrong. That's if somebody tells you, no, I'm very, very neutral. I don't like, no. When you're neutral, you're standing on the fence. It's not a good place to stand. Even some people get confused about me. They say, somebody says, Chidi is not neutral. No, I'm not neutral at all. I'm not neutral. I'm not lukewarm at all. The Bible says the Bible says to be hot or cold. Be hot or cold. If you are lukewarm, you don't taste right. They spit you out. When somebody is cold, they drink hot water. They feel good. When somebody is hot, they drink cold water. They feel good. Warm water inside your mind, you don't even know what you're doing. But try to understand, when you are firm, you can be firm on so many different things. Doesn't mean it's only one thing. So when you see me, when it comes to activism in Nigeria, I don't stand on the side of Buhari. I hate Buhari. Sorry to say this. I don't like Buhari. I don't like Muhammad Buhari. I don't like his God. As a person, he's God's creation. I don't have any problem with his being God's creation. God said we should love all things. But when it comes to the things that he's doing, his policies, his actions, killing people, I don't like him for that. I don't like APC at all. I don't like all of these people, Malami, Lai Mohammed. I don't like them. Now, how can I say I'm neutral? No. I believe that they should believe there should be a revolution that should sweep through Nigeria and let us start from the beginning. I believe that as a Biafran, I have a right to determine who I want to work with. I have a right to determine if I want to be in Nigeria or if I want to be alone. I don't want to say that I must be. Let's pretend. Let's behave like mature people. We are just saying conduct a referendum. When you conduct a referendum, which is an election, which is an opportunity for people to say who they want to be, then whatever answer you get, take it. So let's assume we don't even know what we want. But we are just asking you for an opportunity. That is where I stand. So you see why I stand on the part of Biafra. I'm a Biafran to the core. I'm an unapologetic Igbo man. I am also somebody who believes that the way Nigeria is, nobody is willing to give you a referendum. I am somebody who believes that if we had followed Omoyele Sowore to do a revolution, Nnamdi Kanu will not be locked up today. It's a truth that some of you don't want to listen to. You don't want to hear it. You hate me because of it. No problem. I'm somebody who believes that if we had done a revolution and that we're not fighting ourselves and not trying to agree with each other, Igboho will not be in Benin by now. That is me. And so I stand with Omoyele Sowore. I'm not neutral. I'm a member of the African Action Congress. I'm a member of the Take It Back movement. We believe that if these people are going to fight it in an election, if it comes to election, let me tell you what Igboho said. And I've been trying to get to where he said it. Igboho said, somebody sent me something, I don't know where it is right now, that if Igboho, what we should do is support Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB agitation. What we should do is support the Yoruba nation and their agitation. Sign whatever there is to sign. Support any way you can support. But he also says, if any of these things don't work, let us also support Omoyele Sowore, because how about you get to the polls and there is nobody to represent us? That would be worse even. So that you see the way I roll, that's the way I think. At every point in time, you have the things to. That's why it's like, if I say it now, I don't know whether it's a good example. When you eat, you don't just eat food. I just eat food, money, food. That food is just yam in the morning, yam in the afternoon, yam in the night. No. You eat food, you drink water. You eat bread, it's all food. Different foods serve different functions at different times. But ultimately, you're eating that food because your body needs it. The kind of agitation that IPOB is doing is good. And it has inspired people to do what they are doing. Nnamdi Kanu started his agitation before the Yoruba nation started their own. They were inspired by what he was doing. It was good. Omoyele Sowore calling for a revolution. Who are the people that will do the revolution? Is it not Biafra people, Yoruba nation, Arewa nation? Don't forget that is not everybody from Benue up that is on the side of Buhari. So don't just think about Biafra and Yoruba nation. How about the middle belt, the guy in the middle belt? How about that person? Who's going to fight for them? How about the guy how about the Fulani guy who is just poor and wretched and is not part of the big men? How about the Almajiris? You think life is good for them? So don't misunderstand people when you think, oh, they don't know where they stand. No, they know where they stand. Okay, let me look at the question. That one is said, thank you so much, Dave Chooks. Says, President Dr. Chidi, don't mind them. Biafra all the way, all hail Biafra. Someone says, okay, the question now is, does Sowore also support IPOB and the Yoruba nation? I will say you only need to go and check. How can you say whether Sowore supports IPOB? You see, some of these questions, when people ask it, there are two things. Either I forgive you for your ignorance, or I try to make you explain to me why twice they've tried to kill Sowore, not because he had a court case that day, but because Nnamdi Kanu had a court case. Sowore went to court to support IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, and he nearly lost his life twice. And you stand here and be saying, why doesn't he support? You see, you are saying that because you heard what somebody. Are you sure? Why don't you investigate? Try and investigate now. He doesn't support IPOB, and he held a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu in New York, and after the meeting, he came back to Nigeria, and they said he was planning to overthrow the government. He held a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. Think now. Just think. Don't just talk because people just talk. You understand? Don't just talk like that. Anyway, somebody says it's bedtime. You watch tomorrow. Thank you so much, Kate Hitchcock. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. In fact, me too, I need to just show this one video. I just wanted you guys to know that the video that was making round about the guy who stole a baby, the delivery guy who stole a baby. There's a video out there where they've tried to correct that impression. The guy was not kidnapping that baby. He knows the baby. And in Nigeria now, the guy was using what he had to please the baby, and that's how the thing ended up the way it ended up. But let me play the video, and from that, you may be able to learn one or two things about exactly what happened, okay? So let me play the video.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abisola. I'm the owner of the logistics company. They wrongly alleged the driver for kidnapping a baby, as Shogo said on Friday. Please, I'm repeating this video again. This news is fake. It's totally fake. You people don't even bother what you bloggers start spreading rumors. You support my business name. This club, I help me target me, but let me target me blogger. Please, it's fake. This guy is innocent. Look now the live innocent guy. This is the baby they are like now. They said this stupid blogger, they said the baby inside inside this spice box. Is it possible? And the baby will be alive. And even if you strip the baby inside this spice box, they even know it's hiding the baby. This spice box for that matter. Please clear the mother of the baby. Please, how do you see that? We are just coming from police headquarters in Ikeja and Naija police station. You can go there to confirm. Go to police headquarters to confirm in Ikeja. Go to Naija police station to confirm. This is not a kidnap case. He didn't kidnap the baby. The baby is this is baby uncle. This is the baby uncle. My brother is the uncle to the baby. The mistake he did was that he carried the baby on the bike to go out. Please let me talk to them. Please clarify them. I mean, look at me. I'm not. Please come.
This is uncle. Did not kidnap my baby. He's innocent. He's
Look at the baby's face. Compared to when you are seeing the video, look at my rider's face. See the rider's face. Juice of everybody. This juice is fake. It's everywhere. Please. White bros logistics, don't disturb my business for me. My rider is a kidnapper. It's not a mix-up. It's a misunderstanding. The angry mob didn't bother to ask him what happened.
And he's one that gives him
what I said. Please tell them. Please.
I give him the baby for myself because I trust him.
Yeah, she gave
the baby uncle.
Please tell them. Please, you can go to police headquarters in Ikeja. Go to police headquarters in Ikeja. Confirm. Go to Naija police station. We are just coming from there. Please let this thing rest. My rider did not kidnap a baby. Williams did not kidnap a baby. Wise Bros Logistics is not a kidnapper. It's a logistic business. I'm a young lady just trying to make ends meet. Don't destroy my business. This is where I hit. This is what I do. It was just a mix-up. It was mixed up by angry mob. Go to Tonville Estates where the event happened. Confirm before you post this. This lover, bloggers, Ogun will kill all of you. God will spoil you. I'll just spoil me. God will spoil your life. God will spoil everything that is making you happy. You will never know peace.
Which one is your own? Can you imagine? See, it's just no. I don't. I've had enough. If I know say you talk all this yourself, I will not even talk. Oh, see, you don't blame people. The man is just lucky. You're very lucky. That kid is very small. It's very small for you to be carrying on a bike alone. I don't care how you carry that kid. Just as in Nigeria, I don't even know what to do. And then this woman, that guy would have lost his life. Oh. Are you trying to say they don't kidnap people? They kidnap people now. That's the situation of the country. In this case, it was, but there's been even small children kidnap people. Schoolgirls kidnap people. Haven't you seen? Are you not online? Did you see where they had two small children? They were crying. Let's say they don't flog them. Then they showed one small boy by their side that they say they're going to sell. Picking, they sell picking. So don't be angry with the mob. People, they vex. Hunger did the land. And every day people are killing people for rituals. So don't blame them. And now, when we see story like that, we carry the story. If you come with a counter story, that's what I always say. When somebody publishes a story that is not correct, or that you have, let me tell you what that story is. The story, so that you understand, it is a story. When bloggers carry that story, listen, there is a story of a man caught carrying a baby. It's a story, an alleged story. I don't want to go to that alleged something that I did the other day, but it's alleged that the man carried the baby. It happened now. We see it for video. So we have to carry the story. Tomorrow now, when you now talk, say, no be the man carrier, that's just what you're saying. So you come and you nicely say it. Nobody say you could say, Ogun go, why will Ogun back to sender? Holy Ghost fire, fire, fire. Holy Ghost fire to you, back to sender. Is to not follow with the bloggers. Any something that you dig for us, any pit that you dig for us, you fall inside it. Fire, fire, fire. No. Please, that's not what I'm saying. And that is it for us tonight. Thank you so much. I actually enjoyed myself today. You guys made it very interesting. Sonny Brown, thank you so much. IT Exploit, thank you so much. Sonics Brown. IT Exploit, you said you're autopilot. Okay, no problem. I'm not autopilot. A lot of people are not. One day, just like, we'll get to heaven, you discover that, oh my God, I was wrong. Oh, I was right. So when the time comes, if you're right, you just say, hey, I told you people. If you're wrong, you hide your face in shame. That's just what it is. So let's keep moving. Yes, Sonny Branks, I already greeted you. Kit Hitchcock, I know you're sleeping by right now. You're sleeping right now. But the rest of you, Dave D. Tooks, Mirage Concept, I thank all of you. Thank you for making this very, very interesting. DJ, Nobi, and all of you, God bless you. My prayer is that, like I said before, may God attend to all your heart's desires. And on behalf of Dr. Erica and everybody that works on our broadcast facilities. My name is Dr. Chidi. Don't forget to support Omoyele Sowore and his bid for presidency of Nigeria 2023. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.